for some reason, over the past like year and a half at my gym, the open mat has like significantly dropped in people who show up to it. So on a good like normal week, we'll get like one other guy outside me and my buddy that show up. But this week I was able to get a few people to actually show up. So we're gonna go through. You'll see some footage of us working and just rolling and doing just having fun. So most of it, I really went into it, wanting to work on my game plan. But what turned out to be is just having fun and rolling around and kind of just getting some work done. So, which honestly, if you listen to a lot of the top level guys, they say that some of the best ways of learning and getting yourself ready for certain competition and stuff is to actually be basically playful. You go in and you don't have any intent of like rolling for comp or having to work this exact thing. It's just you're going in and you have fun with some of your buddies. And I definitely had that. This was a good time, and I'm filming this after the rolls and whatnot, so it's after open mat, so I'm talking past tense right now. But honestly, it's stuff you really need, especially like watching the footage back. I was just like, man, I was having a good time. That was fun. Sometimes you just need that, and you need to hang out with your friends and do an activity, do whatever your thing is, do that and have fun doing it, and invite people or do it with people who like to. There's a couple guys there that's not their thing, but they showed up because I asked them to, and we had a great time. So anyway, open mat today. Got quite a bit of working. I think we were there for a couple hours, but it was like go, go, go. So someone was always doing something. So it's kind of cool. I'll probably just cut it up. I can't run the whole thing. This video would be like over 2 hours if I just ran the whole thing. So I'll cut it up. I'll throw some of the stuff mainly of me, but I'll throw some other tidbits in there, kind of like the parts we had fun or just chilling, and we'll jump around. I did use the audio, so I put the mic on and stuff. I put it on top of the camera and let it go. Somebody else that was training like boxing or something came to the gym and started playing music, so I'm going to try my best just to let the audio roll, but if I have to blank stuff out and put my own music over it, so be it. Because I have not edited it yet. I am talking to you right now. So whatever happens with that. But I kind of want to talk about what's going to happen, because the comp is this Sunday, right? And this is the one I've been getting ready for and all that stuff. The dilemma I'm having right now is I just looked at the sign up because I have put off signing up for it. Mainly for this reason, actually. So I went into the sign up sheet or whatever, and go to my bracket, look at it and stuff. There's only 2 people signed up, and one of the other people he's from my gym. So really, I'm going to sign up to roll or have a match with someone I don't know, like one other person. The other guy I roll with all the time. I see him every week. We train together, all that good stuff. So it's not like, I'm not saying I'm going to win. I'm just saying like I roll with him all the time. So it's not, I'm paying to go roll with my already partner basically, right? So that kind of sucks. And this is the dilemma I'm having. I don't know if I want to show up because first off, you have to pay for this thing. And then the fact that I'm basically just going to pay to have, 2 matches. That's it. And one of the matches is a familiar person, and I roll with him all the time. So what am I like? So this is the dilemma I'm having. I have, what's today? So I have a few days to make the decision before it closes off to actually sign up. And I don't know, if I do it, I can potentially win my money back. So, and it costs me anything. That's only if I win though. And I'm not saying I will. I'm going to try if I do it. I'm definitely going to go to win. But if I don't win, I just, I had a match. What is pushing me to actually do it is that I'll have the experience of competing. Maybe it's not a huge thing, but at least I did something, and then this will hopefully compound. I'm running into the issue that a lot of these jiu-jitsu competitions where I'm at aren't as popular as other places. So, and it's not that I have to have a huge show. That's not what I'm saying. But I would like to have more than 2 opponents. I want to know that my bracket has a good number would be like 4 or 5. That sounds right to me, because that means even like if I'm pushing ahead, I'm winning, that it's giving me a well balanced look at where I'm at and how I'm doing with everything. Instead, with these 2, with one person from my gym, I already know how I stack up and how we work together, and then it'll be one other guy that I don't know, and we roll a match. My only saving grace is that there's other brackets, and those other brackets I think have at least 1 or 2 other people signed up as well. So maybe somebody gets bumped up, and there's 3 other opponents. So I'm like, I could, because in this one, if you don't make weight and you're a little over your weight, they'll bump you up to the next class if you want. So there's that possibility. Other than that, that's kind of what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm worried about. And I don't know. I hate using the phrase like, I don't know if it's worth it, but maybe I could save my training time, money for a competition that actually has like a decent amount of people signed up that are actually going to show up and compete. Maybe I need to branch out to a different place, a different state or something. I'm not really sure. So anyway, that's what I'm dealing with right now. That's what I'm trying to figure out. We'll see what happens. The next video I'll probably tell you. I mean, obviously I'll have another video up before comp day. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So we're going to do open mat. I'm still training for it this week. I'm focusing on jiu-jitsu. I'm focusing on my no-gi. I'm focusing on my game plan. I really need to hone in on a defense, because I really only have my offense, my attacking plan, and it's really the only thing I've been drilling. But only because I feel like my attacking needs more work than my defending. I feel like I'm a pretty good defender. I know how to get out of things. I know how to reset. I know how to pass and all this stuff. So I don't know. We'll see where that takes me with the game plan and stuff. I'll probably try to push the defense part a little bit more this week and see if my instructors will help me out with that one. And yeah. anyway, we're leaving class and we're walking into our cars and we're talking for a little bit, and we're going over like what the plan is for the comp and what we're kind of like aiming to do. And because he was trying to work something that last night, and we kind of got a little practice in it, and then we got interrupted by a higher bell. Anyway, so we're going back and forth talking about this, and I just tell him I'm going to do my best, and I'm really going to hone in on my training and my game plan step by step. And then he brought up the whole classic saying of like, let's just go have fun. And yeah, that's a great sentiment, and I do think you should have fun with what you're doing, especially if it's something like this where it's a hobby, not really, I'm not a pro athlete and all that stuff. I don't get paid to do it. I'm paying to do it. But the issue here with that saying in my head is, if I tell myself that it's on the premise of just having fun, I'm not going to put in the right work. I'm not going to show up to multiple classes. I'm not going to, go to open mat on Saturday and stay there for the freaking 3 to 4 hours that I have been. I'm not going to keep drilling. I'm not going to keep thinking about what I'm going to put on my game plan and what I need to attack and what I need to drill throughout my rolls. If I act like I'm just going to go have fun, then I'm just going to treat it like I would if I'm going to class for rolls. Like, that's just fun. And I'm not bashing anyone that's like, I'm just doing this to have a good time. I'm signing up for this comp to have a good time. But in my mentality is, if I'm gonna compete, I'm gonna do what I can to win. I want to win, and even if I most likely won't. I'm sure there's guys that have been doing this way longer than me, and they're in there and they do full on no-gi all the time. With this comp, I just, like, the last month and a half, I switched to pretty much doing only no-gi, but I still go to gi classes because there's only so many no-gi classes. So I'm doing as much as I can for this, and I want to go as far as I can, and not at the end of the day have that cop out. I was like, oh, well, I just did this to do it. I'm just having fun. No, I want to be like, well, I came here to win, and I put everything I could into that because my mentality was to win this match. That's what I want to be. That's the mindset I want to have. I don't want to have this is just for fun kind of mindset. And maybe that's bad, but in my head, if you are going your way to do a comp, just have fun with it is kind of like what you tell kids to do. Because at the end of the day, to a certain extent, kids just do need to have fun with what they're doing because they'll learn and progress. They don't really know how to, cope with the different parts of winning and losing and all this stuff. And they should strive to win still, but you can tell them, and it's a little more manageable if you're like, well, we're just here to have fun, and as long as you're enjoying it, regardless of what happens, you're gonna do great because you're doing the best you can. And yes, I should have that mindset too. However, I'm an adult, and I'm choosing to actively compete in this stuff to where, I want to prove to myself what I can do and what I have, and I also want to show what I know. And if I'm just going in it to have fun, I'm not showing what I know. I'm showing what I do in rolls because I'm not going to treat it like it means anything. And in my head, that's a disservice to myself. That's a disservice to my coach, my instructors, because they're teaching me, and the main instructor, the owner of the gym, he is all for it. Once you tell him you're going to compete, he tries to help you with the game plan. He tries to talk you through things. He tries to set you up for success. So he's taking time out of his routine to help me out. So that's a disservice to him. And then it's also a disservice to whoever shows up on the mat to challenge me. Like, they might be in the same headspace that I'm talking about right now. Like, they're here to win, they're here to compete, they're here to show the best they have, and they can't show the best they have if someone's here just all willy-nilly, you know? So I know that I might be like overthinking it and kind of drilling into something that I shouldn't be, but if you're like me and you hear stuff like that and you're like, well, why would I just do it for fun, or why is that my mindset? Then, you know, this is me saying that there's other people like, you know, that have that mindset like you do, like I do, and that it's okay to be like that, because why else would you do it? Like, you can have a hobby and have fun and also still treat it like you are getting paid and that you want to win. Those two things can exist because they should exist. You're not going to be a good competitor if you're not acting like it's a real competition. So just because technically there's a cash prize for this, the winners and stuff, like we are rolling for money, I don't think it brings you up to like pro level or whatever. I think it's just a cash prize kind of thing, like a one-off. But every comp should be treated like a comp. Like you're competing to win. That's the whole point of it. Why enter something that you don't want to win, or you're just nonchalantly saying that? And he could have been just saying that just to be funny, or, you know, put it out there so it's not as serious. But treat it like it's serious. Tell people you want to win. Say you're gonna win. Say this is everything's on the line here. Like, that's okay to do, because if that's your mindset, might as well treat it like your mindset. Don't bring yourself down to, I'm just doing this for fun, because you don't want to seem like that guy that's just there to win. But you are that guy that's there to win. Why would you even enter a competition and not want to win?